I can't think. What am I supposed to do?
What's up, y'all? Come on in, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you be notified when I drop my next video. We coming talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 5. Okay. Episode 5 started off with a continuation of the ending of episode 4 when they are in Birmingham for Kenya's event, and of course they got kicked out the so-called quote-unquote charity event. Went back to the hotel. Of course, Kenya, in Kenyan fashion, she always leaves because she be having her baby with her. So she left about 9 something and went back to her room. They all went up to her room, knocking on her door. Marlo was kicking and bamming on her door. So it ended with Kenya opening the door, was just like, what the F is wrong with you, blah, blah, blah. So that's how I picked up starting off in episode 5. Kenya and Marlo was going back and forth. Kenya threatened to call the police on her. Marlo, they all walked off. And all of them, I ain't gonna say all of them, but I know Marlo and Sheree, and I don't know, a couple of them knocked on the door, but I know Marlo was kicking, like bamming on the door. She had her daughter up in there asleep. So that would piss me off too. If I had my child up in there sleeping, you bamming and kicking and knocking on the door to wake my child up or scare. And Marlo even said, put Brooklyn in another room. Like that little girl, 3 years old, she don't get her own room. I don't know what's going on with Marlo. She crazy. So they all walked off. She was just like, she finna go get her something to eat, order her something to drink. And so her and Monyetta had words. And as they was walking out, getting off the elevator, it was a door they was going through. And so Marlo almost shut the door on Monyetta. And Monyetta was like, oh, I don't play them type of games right there. And she was looking at Sheree. She was just like, do she want to go back to jail? So I don't know, Monyetta seemed like she trying to find her voice. But Monyetta, she just seemed like a just sweet, wholesome person. I don't know. I'm not gonna say she not a right fit for Real Housewives, but she gonna have to really step it up a notch because these girls be coming for your throat, and she got to be able to come for your throat. So I don't know, cause she just real nice. And y'all know Monyetta. Y'all remember Monyetta from Atlanta Exes? She have kids by Neo. She was the one that was upset about because when her and Neo was together, Neo um asked her to have her tubes tied, clip burnt, because he didn't want any more kids. But then then had remarried and had about 3 more kids. So I don't know, that was wrong right there within itself. But I would have never did nothing like that. Like, this my body. You better strap up, protect yourself, whatever you got to do. But you're not finna tell me that where I can't have any more kids. So that just show how nice and sweet she is. She's just too nice and sweet. But that's what she say. Her superpower is being nice. Yeah, you're a little too nice. But anyway, so Marlo ordered her a drink and walked outside. Courtney went out there with her, trying to calm her down. And they was out there just talking about the situation and waiting on her food. And so Monyetta, Sheree, and Sonya stayed in the lobby talking. And Kenya ended up calling Monyetta because Kenya was mad because she felt like Monyetta and Sheree is her friends. So why would they let Marlo do something like that? Like, Marlo a grown woman. How they gonna stop her from doing something like that? And so she was just like, she'll just rather people that's in her core group stay and the rest of them go. So she was on speakerphone. So Sonya was like, begging for Monyetta to hand her the phone. So she handed her the phone. And so Sonya was like, so we just really want to know, what are we doing? Because I drove, 4 hours, blah, blah, blah. So King was like, you can just leave. You can go. So Sonya was just like, what? She was taken aback. Her seemed like her feelings was kind of hurt. So she was just like, I got work in the morning. I done drove 4 hours. I don't even know what we doing. So you want me to go? Say less, sis. So she went up there and packed their clothes and everything to get ready to go. So let's see. Um, Let me see. Sonya, she went to tell Marlo and them what happened. Marlo and Courtney, and so um, she told her to go and she was telling Marlo that she said she can go and don't come back. So so Marlo texts her, texts Kenya. She's like, I'm text her, and she's like, you are rude. You're a selfish MF. Or seek help. You rude B. Love Marlo. Then Marlo in her confession was like, I know my life coach is like, child, you got work to do. Then she called Kanye West and say she needs help. And then she said she was gonna post that to IG and then get Kenya in it. But Courtney was like, don't do that. So Sonya came down with her bags, ready to leave, and she was just saying it wasn't right. And Mayetta was like, she's still on the phone. So she was like, I don't care. So she was just like, I just want to say, that it wasn't right. Blah blah. So Ken was like, hold on. Who's speaking? Like, come on now. Sonya got a Jamaican accent. She the only one there sound like that. So Sonya was like, okay, so you don't know my voice now? So she just gave the phone back and was just like, whatever. And so Sheree was like, they was all in the huddle, and they were just saying that we really just wanted to know why we were here, what we were here for, because it got to be something other than the game. So Sheree was just like, well, yeah, she told us she was supposed to be performing at the halftime. So of course, Marlo in her shaded fashion, in her green screen, gonna say, well, Kenya trying to be Beyonce, and now she trying to turn into Kiana. I saying, Lord, she talking some, and y'all seen her BravoCon performance, so she ain't good, talented. So the scene changed to Drew. Nothing really to see there. She was leaving the hospital. She had stayed the night because she had the flu. That's why she didn't come. And then it changed to Todd and Candy at the office, and Todd was going over his play called Pass. Not a play, it's a movie called Pass, and Candy's supposed to be helping him with it. And y'all know what pass means. Like you're in a relationship and your partner give you a pass to go do whatever. That's a negative. Like, don't ever come to me with that pass stuff. Like, nah, that's just saying I can cheat. Nah, player, you ain't gonna be able to do that. Not with KB. Not with KIZZY. But anyway, so they were just sitting up there talking, and of course, Candy texting while they talking, and Todd was just like, you know, I want the same attention that you give that I give you when it's your business that you're trying to do or your things that you're trying to do. And Candy was like, I'm trying, she just got a lot going on right now. She was preparing to go to the uh she was getting honored. She's prepared to go to a award show. So the scene changed. Oh yeah, they also talked about how Mama Joyce was talking about him and BravoCon too. They addressed that situation because both of them just tired of it. So then Kenya is changed to back to Kenya. Kenya in bed, she called 911 and she said she felt like she couldn't breathe. She feeling numbness and pain in her left arm. So she called an ambulance and she went to the hospital. And so of course she didn't get to perform. But so Sheree was in there getting her makeup done, and she called all the girls in the room and told them um, what was happening with Kenya. So they was all just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." Even Marlo was being sympathetic, saying, "Let's pray for her." And Mayetta was just like, looking like, "Pray, like really?" So she just didn't feel like it was genuine, and she was just apologized to Mayetta. Mayetta was just like, like whatever. So anyway, they prayed for Kenya and hope for the best. So they was just like, okay, y'all, let's just pack up, get something to eat, and get ready to go back. So they all met up in the lobby, was sitting down talking. And Courtney asked for an update. So Sheree was just like, well, Kenya's assistant just text me and she was just saying she has a fever. She was still in the hospital. Then Marlo said, "Well, I just tried to send her flowers, and they told me that she had been released." And of course, in Marlo shade is I don't know what that's a shade tree. You hear me? Um, in her confessional, she gonna say, "Well, what she say? I told her B." She's like, "I told her B to get well soon, but not immediately." She said that B was released in 30.4 seconds. I said, they crazy. They don't care. They go from. That's why I say they so fake. I don't know any of them really friends besides King and Candy, because in they confessionals they say stuff that I don't know. One minute they sympathetic and they all friends, they want to have peace. The next minute they saying something shady to piss somebody off, and then they be back beefing. But I guess that's the way the show go. Let's keep us interested. But anyway, so Sonya and Courtney met up at some type of candle shop or whatever, and they was talking about the incident. And Sonya was saying she was upset and it hurt her feelings, so she gonna have to have a conversation with Kenya. I don't know why Sonya always be trying to have a conversation with Kenya because it never goes well. Kenya just talk over her, out talk her. She just ain't ready for that battle. She just not. The battle is not yours, Sonya. It's the Lord's. Let it go, cause you ain't no match for Kenya. You can't. You can't. She a word wizard and she just too quick. She's too quick. So anyway, so Sheree go see Kenya at her house, and she brought her some vitamins and different little stuff to help her feel better. And then so Kenya was just telling her how she was upset that she didn't get to do her halftime performance, you know, and that was like a big, you know, downer for her, especially for her business or whatever. And so she showed her halftime performance outfit that she was supposed to wear, and said that she was sad she couldn't make it. She told so Key was just like enough about me, and asking Sheree how she was doing. So Sheree was like, I have fibroids, and she was just like she don't want to have surgery. King was like, well, yeah, I've had surgery 2 or 3 times, and she's like she didn't want to have surgery. She was trying to do the natural way where they'll shrink on their own. Cause she was like, you have surgery, you down 4 to 6 weeks, you can't have sex. And she was just like, oh no, we can't do that. So I guess Sheree, Martell indeed Sheree down. That's the only thing she think about now at this old age. So Sheree did a prank on Kenya. She was just like, I hadn't told anybody, but I'm gonna tell you. And Kenya was just like, what? She was like, I'm pregnant. And Kenya was like, what? And so, she's like, I'm just playing. So they all bust out and started laughing. And I'm just like, girl, that ain't even nothing to play about. Not at this age right here in life. That ain't what you want to have as a baby. Like, you too old. Like, I'm younger than her. And I know if I was to get pregnant now, I probably wouldn't stop crying. Because I just don't have the patience. Like, that'll be the baddest child ever. Because I just be letting that poor baby do whatever you want to do. Whatever. If you crying, whatever you want, here you go. Just hush. I don't have the patience. But anywho, so it changed to Candy and Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce was over Candy house and they was talking. So Candy was talking to her about her BravoCon, what she said about her at BravoCon. Mama Joyce don't care. She shows no remorse. She was just like, well, I told the truth and stuff. And so she was just like, Candy was like, well, you love your grandkids, right? And she was like, well, yeah, your grandkids love you too. But when they get older, they're not gonna like you talking about their dad like that. And so Mama Joyce was like, pretty much she have a very nonchalant attitude about it. She was just like, well, that's how she feel, and she like she wouldn't want a man like that. And Candy was just like, well, you don't have a man, so you don't, we two different people. So she pretty much asked her to go to counseling, and Mama Joyce agreed. So they gonna go to counseling because Candy's like, it's been 9 years now. Leave my man alone. Our relationship has been solidified with all these years. Our marriage is good, and we ain't going nowhere. But Mama Joyce need to stop. Like, this has gotten old. This is crazy. Like, I would have been had to shit my mama down. I'm sorry. Like, even before we got married, like, you gonna respect this, or we ain't gonna have no relationship because My husband gonna have to come first. You ain't just gonna be disrespecting him like that. You ain't gonna have him feeling some type of way, cause she always, my just like when I come over here, he always be in the bed sleeping. Ken was like, he be avoiding you. Like, you ain't finna have him feeling uncomfortable in his own house. You ain't finna disrespect him. That is point blank, period, exclamation point. That, like, you just not. And I don't see how Candy just let that go on as long as it's been going on. Because they've been married 9 years, but I think they dated for 2. So that's like 11 years. Like, this man been dealing with this for 11 years. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So anyway, Kenya, Sheree, and Drew went to get a vitamin drip because Kenya was like, "We all been sick and we need some type of pick me up." So when they got there, they out where Drew, well, Kenya got there first, then Sheree, then Drew. So Drew hugged Kenya. She went to hug Sheree, and Sheree kind of like, So Drew was like, "Well, I don't have the flu no more. I've been cleared, blah blah blah." So she was just like, "Okay, fist bump, a high five, or whatever." But Sheree was like, we not good. She was just like, I thought we was good. You sent me a text, so I thought we was good. But then you go and do an interview saying that I confiscated all of my She by Sheree stuff at the reunion last year. And Drew was like, I don't think I said everything. And you know how messy the producers are. They pulled it up where Drew said everything. She confiscated everything. And Drew was like, well, in my defense, that was before the phone call. She's like, and Sheree was just like, in her confessional, she don't care if it was before the phone call. She don't care what the timeline is. It's the point that she said it. And she was just like, she didn't confiscate anything. Then Drew was like, well, I wanted that bag and I couldn't get that bag. And Sheree was like, that was my own personal bag that I had stuff in. So Drew was just like, well, all I know is I didn't get no She by Sheree. I didn't leave with no She by Sheree. And so they all started laughing and just went on. So then they talked about Courtney inviting them to do some type of activity for the next week. And that's kind of how it ended. Then they showed clips for next week, and it's supposed to go down next week. And I hopefully this will be the episode, the turning point in the season again to get us back interested. Because I know they everybody be talking about the ratings drop, and I really hate that because I don't want them to try to cancel Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, come on now, this our black show, and we want to keep the Housewives of Atlanta. We want to keep our American medicine. We don't want them to do um Housewives of Atlanta like they did New York and just cut them out completely. So we got to still try to support and watch them so we can keep the show. Cause I know the producers and everybody watching and seeing what people are tweeting and saying. So we need to be mindful of that. But anyway, so I don't know what type of event, activity Courtney got going on, but everybody's saying, I'm hoping for the best and this, that, and the other. I hope we get along. But child, in them clips, Marlo and Candy was going at it. I thought they was gonna go to blows. And Candy be ready to fight. That child be sitting on ready. And Marlo said something about her crying. Y'all know Candy started crying in a minute when she mad. And Candy's like, only reason why I'm crying is because I can't choke you right now. Candy be ready to headbutt. She be ready to choke. She be ready to drag. Candy straight Cottage Park hood, baby. And I don't know why they be trying to bring that out of her because I do believe Candy will fight. And the girls of Escape said Candy will fight. So I don't know why they messing with her. But I know Camarlo will fight back because she got a record to prove it where she didn't stabbed up, cut up somebody's face or something allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's say allegedly.
I don't know what's going on with them. But Marlo been coming for Candy. And some people were saying that they feel like maybe the producers got Marlo doing that. Because I guess some people feel like Candy just skate by or whatever, that she the token housewife of Atlanta. I don't know. That she need to earn her check. But I feel like Candy earn her check because Candy tell you all her business. Everything she got going on in her personal life, everything she got going on in her business life. And they keep on saying about how she need to earn her Real Housewife check and stop trying to advertise her businesses. But that's where you on the platform. Like, you'll be a foolish person not to advertise what you got going on if you're on a platform that big. And Candy is the only person that I have seen besides probably Nene that really advertise her businesses like she do. And Kenya do, her Kenya More Hair Care. She do that, but Sheree, she be trying to talk about that she by Sheree, but she don't advertise and do stuff as much as she should. Cause she the main one needed. Cause they always talk about she don't pay her bills allegedly. Oh, she don't ever have the money to pay her bills, so she need to be the main one that's trying to advertise and try to do everything she can to keep this She by Sheree brand going. Cause like I said, I went on her website last week. She didn't have a lot of items on there, and then some of her items were sold out. She had like a cap on there, I think a sweater, I think some leggings. I mean, I don't even know if it was just real outfits. She just, I don't know. It's just her website need to be upgraded because that's ridiculous for her to be who she is and on a platform that she's on to not have it going on like she should. But they coming for Candy. They coming for the wrong one because they should be trying to get advice and help from her. Because Candy's the only one that started so many businesses off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. All her restaurants, her plays, singles that she had about, everything. And then she done got spin-offs. So if I was you, I'd stick beside her. Because, I mean, that's crazy to not to. But, that's how they go. But y'all better stay tuned for episode 6 next week because it's going down. And I hope you know how they do the producers. They put some, the clips up to make you want to watch it. Then you watch the episode and you be like, really? Really? So hopefully the whole episode is good. That is my prayer. But they keep on blaming it too on the cast, saying it's the cast. But how is it the cast when the producers are the one who editing the show? Like, how are y'all editing the show? Like, you're not editing it to be a good show. So it's not all the cast members' fault. It's only so much they can do. Because it's a lot of times they say something was left out or this was left out. And the things that they be saying that's left out are the things that's interesting to me. So I don't know. Don't blame it all on the cast. Blame it on the producers. Maybe they don't have good producers. I don't know. But anyway, they be live tweeting. So Mayetta, she tweeted that night. She's like, oh, it's funny how Sheree and company was so quick to defend and protect Marlo, then gaslights me about her actions over prayers. Wow, it's more against the hyenas. Good thing I can hold my own by myself with friends like these. Who needs enemies? So Manetta be up there, she be doggone tweeting and she be adding them, letting them know. That's one thing. And somebody in the comments was like, why you always adding them? At least she adding them. At least they ain't got to hear from somebody else. They can they been tagged in it. So Manetta, she be on there tweeting, baby, saying her little piece. Then she told Kenya, were you really upset with me, Kenya? You left me out here with these crazy thing and a gang. I gave you heads up, text in parentheses, and warned them that Brooklyn may be in the room. She's like, D, what did you expect me to do, boo? Because Kenya, she be expecting them to go hard for her. But anyway, and then of course, they had said something to Sheree about kicking on her door, and Sheree said that she didn't, kick on her door, talking about I'm a lady. And then, of course, the producers pulled it back up where they showed her kick the door. So Sheree gonna tweet, LOL, them D editors, I did not kick or bang on that door. So shady. Yes, you did. And one of the commenters said the editors were able to edit your leg moving, question mark. And then somebody else said, we saw you though. And yeah, we saw you plain and clear. That was funny to me. I was like, now how she gonna get on there and tweet and say the producers was being shady? No, your leg hit that door. And so we're gonna talk about that at the reunion, because Kenya gonna read you down. But Sheree, she can read back too though. But anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about episode 5. I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't. I mean, if I could rate the episode, ooh, I say probably like a 4. I don't know. I just hate it. Like, it just really haven't been all that to me. And everybody keeps saying we need to bring Nene back and Portia back and Phaedra back. And even if they brought them back, I don't even know how good it would be. Because yeah, they are good and they make a good show. But at this point, it seems like everybody matured, everybody that moved on. I don't know what type of beefs or anything that they would have. I know Nene and Portia have been hanging out lately, so they would be friends. I don't know who Phaedra will be on there friends with, because don't nobody fool with Phaedra. And Candace said if they did bring Phaedra back, she was gonna be off the show. So I don't know. I won't want nobody to lose their job. But I will say Drew and Sonya are boring. Marlo is team too much. Kenya, she has calmed down a whole lot. Candy she really been being herself. And Sheree, she been being herself too. She's so hooked on and infatuated with Martell and his big D energy. That's the only thing I think she thinking about. Ain't nobody really have no real storyline. Like Marlo could really be talking about and really be showing her nephews and how she interact with them on a daily basis. Like Drew, I don't even know. Sheree, she could be really working her business and showing that a lot. That's what we want to see. Like, come on now, we want your business off the ground because we really room for you. After 14 years, we in your corner. We want this to work. But they are also busy coming for Candy Head. I don't know how it's gonna work. But anyway, y'all don't forget, like I say, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. I appreciate y'all for coming, for subscribing, and for watching my video. And I always say at the end of my videos, y'all pray with me. Don't play with me. Good night.